I was thinking about this. You'll see things like in society sometimes, like I'll give you an example, the fidget spinner. And it gets really, really hot. Like it's this, and you're thinking to yourself, how is this so popular? This is not sustainable. There's no there. Like the Rubik's Cube was kind of math. I got that. But like the fidget spinner, well, it can't be this popular this long. And then eventually it dries up and nobody cares. And that's sort of how I think about the New York Knicks. How long can Jalen Brunson play like Michael Jordan? He's now scored over 40 points in 4 straight games. Like Jerry West has done it, Bernard King, Michael Jordan, and Jalen Brunson, a second-round pick. How long can Josh Hart double his offensive numbers in his career? He's a bounce-around-the-league guy. Now he's like a rebounding zealot and a scoring machine. The Knicks had 4 guys play over 40 minutes. How long can that last? They have no bench. They were outscored last night 46-3, and they keep winning. It's the NBA's version of the fidget spinner. When won't it be popular? When won't it work? How long is it sustainable? Again last night, no bench. Josh Hart doubling his output, never coming off the floor. Now, it's not like they don't deserve it. Excellent fourth quarter offense, second in the playoffs, good all year. Effort, excellent. Rebounding, excellent. Defense, committed. Offensively, they're a very intentional team. They have limitations, but they have very few bad possessions in the fourth quarter. They come down, they're intentional, very good late game possessions, and that you see teams all the time just waste possessions. Lakers sometimes lead the league in that, just wasted possessions. You don't get any of those with the Knicks in the fourth quarter. It feels like every time they come down, hustle, effort, dedication, rebounding, it's an intentional possession. But generally, sorry, Knick fans, generally no bench, 1 dominant scorer from the second round, a bunch of Villanova guys, and hustle and effort generally have a ceiling. We knew the Knicks' hustle and effort would matter in the regular season. If you play hard, you're going to win 40 games in the NBA if you have any talent. There's so much load management, so many teams tanking. I'm not surprised in the really bad East, they were a good regular season team. And some of this is the East stinks. Indiana's a number 6 seed. The East is bad. Tyrese Halliburton, he's not a star. He's got good handles. He got 6 points last night. Miles Turner was their offense. So, but it's a fun team. It's in the East, it's a deserving team. Their effort's incredible, but they've won 5 games this postseason. 5. And they've outscored opponents in the playoffs combined by 5 total points. So when will it end? Will it end? The team that seems to play hard every possession and every night with some offensive limitations took another series lead. Out west, the story is the defending champs will not be repeat champs. That series, it's over. Denver's got no answers. In the first half, they were struggling just to get shots off. And I was thinking about this last night watching. Is the NBA, and this is not necessarily a bad thing for the league, but the ratings will go down, is the NBA becoming the NBA of the 70s, where every year you have a different team? So if you go to the last 5 NBA champs, Nuggets, Warriors, Raptors, Lakers, Bucks. This year, T-Wolves? I mean, 8 of the 10 teams that have been in finals in the last 5 years have been different. So that's very much the NBA I grew up with. The Blazers, the Sixers, the Lakers, maybe a Celtics, Washington, Golden State, New York. It was a different team every year. So we thought Denver was a little bit different because Jokić was unstoppable. And then suddenly he wasn't, because Minnesota, even without Gobert last night, is so relentless defensively. I mean, I'm sitting there watching in the second quarter. I mean, Denver couldn't get shots. And they were a good defensive team all year. We're not, I watched enough Minnesota all year. They're a good defensive team. But now Ant is not only dynamic, but he is super efficient. Naz Reid playing with a ton of confidence, and their defense, which was good, is now playing with a playoff fever pitch, and it's just relentless. And let's be honest about Denver. They were not great all season. I mean, they trailed the Lakers for 70% of that series, and the Lakers sneak into the playoffs. They've been a good clutch time team, but they play close with average opponents a lot this year. And what I'm watching feels like what I'm watching is two talented teams, but one with Ant is super hungry, relentless, aggressive, and playing like an underdog. And the other team, Denver, is lethargic, starts slow, now plays from too far behind, is a little arrogant, is a little listless, and by the time they look up, they trail by 16 to a team that's got equal or better talent. So in both games, Denver has tried to sort of ease into the game. You can do that with the Lakers. You can't do that with a player like Ant, who is the best player on the floor, knows he's the best player on the floor. Denver's got until Friday to figure this out, but I'm watching what you're watching. And, you know, it's not a styles make fights thing. I watched these two play in the regular season. Late in the regular season, they were very even. But can you go from apathetic to relentless? That's Denver. Because what I'm seeing from Minnesota is this is a little bit like the Knicks with a lot more talent. They're more or the same talent, and they want it much more. And they're very efficient, and they know what they are, and their star in Ant is playing now not just dynamic basketball, smart, no bad shots. It's just, I think Denver's cooked. I think it's over.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.